Hello everybody, I am Jedi Jack Penguin and welcome back to another LEGO Star Wars review. So today we're going to be looking at set number 75352, Emperor's Throne Room Diorama. This set includes 807 pieces for the retail price of $100 when it released on May 1st of 2023. Now I did actually get this a day before it released at my local Kohl's. I'm definitely not going to have any proof of that other than on Instagram I did post about it, but needless to say I got this set at least a day early, which means I just had to buy it. Looking at the box design, of course you get that black box art all around, as this being an 18+ style set. Greebling from the bottom, logos leading up with your specialized one at the top, and a little bit of a blue faint light behind your model, which looks really stunning here. I'm really excited to build this up and take a look at it in person and see if it actually is worth this $100 price point. From the back you get another shot with your characters interacting in the scene, and we also have an actual picture from the film and our measurements for this set. Unfortunately, LEGO has still not learned their lesson when it comes to 18+ sets and including push tabs. It's really frustrating. Let's open this up. Included in the box, you get a total of 5 numbered bags, bags 1 and 2 each featuring 2, and you get 2 loose flex tube pieces in addition to your instruction manual. LEGO seems to be doing at least something right when it comes to their instructions these days. For their 18+ sets, you get this white background, a little bit of greebling, and your logos from the top, which doesn't look that bad. You get more of a booklet style for this set. From the back, you can see sort of similar design just with your Star Wars logo. From the back, you get your win information, piece count for a few pages here, and no advertisements because they don't want to spoil any of the other May sets. From the front of the instructions, we'll have what you typically get as a pamphlet just saying that we're going to start seeing these paper bags in sets in future. We'll have to wait and see if that ever actually happens. Bit of information about LEGO VIP, and best of all, some information from the designer of this set talking about the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi with some movie shots. Really great that they include this stuff in 18+ sets. And you'll see it continue for a few more pages with these pictures and of the actual model itself there. No doubt one of the selling points for this set is going to be this Luke Skywalker minifigure, who is exclusive with a brand new mold for its hairpiece, which looks fantastic. When this first leaked, this particular set, I didn't like how the hair looked, but seeing it in person, it just looks so amazing, and it also feels like a hairpiece that I would love to see LEGO recolor in future and just, use on other minifigures as well. I just feel like this is going to be a useful hairpiece in the future. I really love how it turned out. Additionally, we get a brand new torso print for this particular character. Facial expression is the same exact one from back in 2015, so it is kind of funny to see that the facial expression has stayed consistent for Luke over the last few years. And we also get a nice smirk from the other side of that facial expression. Again, that hairpiece, really love it. Hope they use it on his character again in future. Definitely a highlight in this set. Next up, we have Luke's father, Darth Vader, coming in again with some amazing prints on those arms and torso and leg printing. We also get a facial expression, which is new for 2023. We saw it used on the Darth Vader within the TIE Bomber set, which I don't own, so I can't confirm if this is the exact same version that comes in that set, though it probably is. You get the printing from the front for the face, where you get a little bit of an unhappy look there. And from the back, you can see that soft felt cape. Really love that they have those nowadays. And underneath that, we have some back printing, which honestly isn't really necessary because it's all covered up. Helmet mold is pretty much the same as we saw it back in 2015 with that under the neck accessory and then this top part. I really love how they made that new mold back in the day. It works very well. One thing that I would love to see here is, of course, some dual molding there in the helmet just to give us that red eye look, which isn't really necessary for this, as this being Return of the Jedi. I think that would have been really nice to see for maybe like the Kenobi show or even just Star Wars Rebels if they ever decide to go back to that kind of content. But anyways, really solid figure. Love that we get arm printing. As a whole, a very perfect figure. And to finish off the trio of figures, we have Emperor Palpatine, who comes with brand new prints for the legs, torso, and even the facial expression there. I think the eyes look really nice with that orangey yellow. I think the last few versions we've gotten just regular eyes for his character, but these really bring out the evil in my opinion. We have that newer style hood that was introduced back in 2019. Double-sided facial expression for his character, where we get that evil grin as he's using his force lightning. I really love that they include that facial expression, and that we get this force lightning here, which is a piece that you don't really see every day in LEGO sets. But anyways, love that LEGO went all out with this character by including so many brand new prints. I'll also flip up that cape piece, which is the same design that we saw for Darth Vader. And you can see some extra lines just to define his character from the back, all covered up by that cape piece. Here it is, the Emperor's Throne Room Diorama. Is this worth $100? I mean, after building it, this was a really complex and fun build. I feel that the value is there definitely in the time spent building this, especially like this back portion, which is really amazing and so detailed. I think LEGO did a wonderful job with this set. Really, the one thing that I have to say is that it is, of course, very small for the price that you pay, and you only get these 3 minifigures here. So taking a gander around this build, we're going to start with our quote tile. We have LEGO Star Wars on that 2x4 tile piece, which will be the same tile that you see across all the other diorama sets. However, we do get a brand new one for our quote.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
Which honestly may be one of the better quotes that they've ever picked for a diorama set. At least in my opinion, it's something that is somewhat memorable, and I just also remember it from the Skywalker Saga video game, which is kind of funny. Another really interesting print included is on this 1x4x3 brick, which has the 40th Return of the Jedi logo on it. You'll also see this in the speeder bike diorama, as well as the miniature Death Star. Not sure if it's going to appear in, say, like the buildable Chewbacca set that nobody gives it, but still nice to see that they are somewhat acknowledging it with a brand new print. And also, if you don't like how this looks on the diorama, all you have to do is remove it and probably just toss in another one of those 1x tile pieces just to fix up that edge if you don't like how that looks. I do appreciate that LEGO was thinking of collectors who are like, I don't like this big thing sticking out in the front, and easily remove it. Awesome. In the case of me showing the rest of this set, I am just going to remove it so you can just take a better look at this area. We have some jumper plates where you can stand your minifigures. We have these Imperial duty posts, which is something that we've seen before in the Emperor's Throne Room. We do have the same sort of styling when it comes to one of those round clip montages, which also include these translucent blue cheese slopes. Another thing to look at are these little railings over here, using some clip piece connections just to bring those about, and building on this side in this set, really fantastic. I also love how they do like the steps and how you can sort of like see underneath there and how they build like the supports and everything. That I think is really neat how they were able to do that. Another feature that you may not know about is the fact that you can actually pop up this front panel piece for some reason if you just want to display your characters separate from the diorama. But we also have these clip pieces, and what are these clip pieces meant for? You may have noticed that I did give Emperor Palpatine his accessories of the Force Lightning. You can remove those and just toss those on the clip pieces down here and hide them away if you don't want him to hold them while he's in his throne. Speaking of the build for the throne itself, it is rather complicated and a lot more work was put into this than I ever would have expected. I do really like using these pieces over here, those hinge pieces that give a little bit of an angle to these other slopes here, and just the amount of slopes being used on this thing is really amazing. And even like the touch of purple, which is something really unexpected, I feel. You can see just all the rounding of the slope pieces for this chair, and of course you get it on one of those spinny plates there, so you can actually spin it round in circle. You can have him look outside the Death Star, which I'll show in just a minute. But anyways, we get those two studs from the front, which you can put his legs on, sit him back there. Cape doesn't wrinkle because it's one of those softer fabric pieces. And as I said, I really like how that turned out. One downside to this is, of course, when you take him off of this, that 1x2 plate piece may get stuck to his legs, which is a little annoying. But at the end of the day, that's just a small thing to sacrifice. I think the chair looks really nice and it fits well with the scene. You can turn him around and again, just look from that back side. Ooh, yeah, look at that. Looking out that window there. Removing him from his chair just not to distract from this really amazing printed dish piece here for the window. They really went all out with that. Really fantastic. I love how that looks, and it is accurate to the source material, just comparing it to when I actually watched the movie and I was building this particular section, and it's really crazy to think just like the detail that went into that. You can also see that we have a bunch of these other window panes here just to form that window from the back side. You can also just see some of the different like Technic connections just to round out and make sure everything is stable from the back side here. We also get these giant flex tube pieces, which I did mention earlier on in our box contents. I really love just how this is all connected using the clip piece connections, and also just this is held in there loose, which is something that I didn't really expect. It's just really interesting to think that this is held in loose, other than just just some extra little supports just to make sure that it does stay in place. Now back to this side, just so then we can see this whole, just all of the building techniques. I have to move the camera a bit. There you go. Look at this. Wow. Just the patterns and everything. At first, when I was building this particular section, I just didn't feel like it was strong enough, but at the end, it all worked out. Lots and lots of tile pieces, and also just a little bit of studs. As you'll see from below there, studs for your minifigures to stand. This is a really great display piece. Is it worth $100? If anything, the original rumors for this set said that it would include 2 of those Imperial Guard minifigures. I think if they were also included and maybe even had the same design that we saw in the Skywalker saga, this would have been a really great $100 set. But with only 3 minifigures, I mean, the building experience is really what I feel makes this worth the money. Other than that, it is a very small set. Just for a quick comparison, this is the $90, yeah, it's $90 now, the $90 Yoda's Hut diorama, and that has a much bigger width than you see for this one. Of course, a lot more of the pieces go into that circular back window area, and this one uses a lot more of those individual 1x1 pieces, which was a little painful, but actually was an interesting building experience and something somewhat different than what I typically build. Both of these sets feature 3 minifigures, both of which include exclusive minifigures, at least for now. So should you buy this set? If you're a fan of LEGO Star Wars, I definitely recommend this set. However, I think that it's definitely worthwhile waiting for a discount. We've seen the other diorama sets get discounts, so no doubt this one will get one sometime in the future. You just may have to wait a little bit longer. I think the minifigures in this set are really great. However, we could have gotten more minifigures, obviously. That's what everyone wants. Printed pieces in this set, top tier. Really love this back window print, as well as the prints for the actual quote tiles and such, which is something that I think should be seen in all diorama sets. We didn't get prints within the Indiana Jones one. I don't know why. Maybe that was a budget thing. But anyways, any prints I can get, I appreciate. Love that there are no stickers in this set, and the building techniques are just really amazing and fun. Definitely makes it feel worth the value. This back building section over here really feels like it's worth that $100 price, though again, I just definitely recommend waiting because $100 just feels like a lot of money for this. I did pay $20 less because I had some Kohl's cash. So yeah, that's all that I have to say for this video. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below, what your thoughts are on this set. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't have to upload a new video. So yeah, that's it for now, and I will see you next time. Bye!